morning, everybody. My name is MarissaE, and today y'all will be hearing you talk on the importance of cardio. Today your speaker is a junior in HNFE, and cardio is a really important topic to him as he has asthma. And cardio has not only greatly improved his ability to breathe, it also greatly improves his quality of life. Cardio is an important topic to him also because he likes to keep up with research and studies on health and exercise to improve his knowledge on cardio and other topics in that same area. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you Mr. AnthonyD giving his presentation, Don't Skip Cardio.
Thank you, Marissa. So, as I told you guys in the impromptu speech, I'm doing a ride around Florida, the bicycle, the philanthropy, I already told you guys about that. But the reason I bring it up again is because of the training for it. It's not like how most people train nowadays. Riding over 100 miles on some certain days, you can't just get on a bike and just do that. So one of the ways to do that is instead of strength training so much, you do high endurance cardiovascular exercise, also known as cardio, where you just raise your heart rate and continually do a more harder exercise instead of just doing short increments of it. One of the biggest things with me is when I was in high school, I was a typical lanky guy, just wasn't really strong, wasn't really big or anything. So once I played football, I had my own idea in my head that I'll get back to later of how wrong I was, that you shouldn't do cardio if you want to gain weight. I'm just strength training all the time, not really running unless I'm in practice, obviously, because I had no choice. Thinking that, oh, well, if I want to get big, I shouldn't do that. Well, I can tell you right now about how wrong I was. What I want to tell you today in general about cardio, though, is the physical benefits, the misconception that you can't gain weight while doing cardio, but the benefits of it while you do burn fat, how you make it a habit to make it part of your daily routine, as well as why people skip cardio. Because we all know we definitely skip cardio. I know I'm a huge advocate of that. I shouldn't be doing. So let's turn to physical benefits. When I'm walking in my lab in Daring, 4 floors up, I get to the top, and before I start training from here up, I would be winded at the top. And I'm like, man, I'm got sweat going on, I'm not feeling good, I got strip off layers now. And I realize now that after doing so much more training, I get to the top and I'm not winded anymore. I can go and get right to my lab like no problem. Because when you're doing cardio, it actually helps with day-to-day exercises, or not even day-to-day exercises, day-to-day activities. Walking to classes, getting up and down steps, things like that can easily be improved by just doing cardiovascular exercises. So not even worrying about the aesthetic events of it, or maybe internal events of helping lower high blood pressure. You can actually just help your day-to-day life with doing simple activities. So this is my favorite part. The common misconception that you can't do cardio if you want to gain weight. So one of the biggest things my football coach would tell me is size hurts, but speed kills. What they're saying is you don't want to be a big dude out there in the field trying to go get people, because honestly football you're not going to do a whole lot. People's going to run around you. So what they mean by speed kills is being athletic. So you have to have a balance of both. And one of the things I realized a lot in high school that I really should have kept up with more in college is when you are lifting and eating a lot and also doing vigorous cardiovascular exercise, you gain both. You don't gain a lot of mass, but you gain a lot of lean muscle. It makes yourself stronger in the end, makes you a much better athlete, which is honestly what a lot of us want to do even now. If I want to go to McComas and just do a pickup game and ball out with some people and do nothing more than just have a good time, I'd rather not be sitting with my hands and knees heaving after 5 minutes of playing. I'd rather have a great time and keep playing multiple games, especially if you keep winning, because I don't like losing. I'm very competitive. So the biggest reason why, in my personal opinion, no other fact, my personal opinion, I think people do it because it does burn fat. There's a lot of studies saying maybe it does this, maybe it burns more of this, but in general people use it to lose weight. Because it works, because they've seen people do it, they've done it themselves, realize how great this is for themselves. The more vigorous you exercise, the better tendency you have of losing that weight. Your heart rate rises more, you get more sweat going, a whole lot of reasons how that works better. Also, the thing I was saying with these studies is a lot of studies say you don't just burn straight fat. So you're not just going to go in there, do 40 minutes of cardio every day, next thing you know, just be Arnold Schwarzenegger looking. What cardio does, it actually burns the excess stores of things in your body, like the fats, the carbohydrates, the sodium. Things like that you have in excess, they actually burn it off. So that's how you take yourself into a deficit if you don't eat enough. But if you do eat enough, it prevents you from overeating. Or, like I said, if you do a nice cardio thing, maybe have a piece of pie with the dinner that night because you earned it, because you did take away a deficit that would not be adding on to anymore then. Make it a habit. This is my biggest problem. This is something I still struggle with today because it's so easy just not to do it. But habits follow me into my future. If I studied well my freshman year, or when I did study well my freshman year, it stuck with me into college now. That's why I'm doing better at school, because I made a habit of it. I make sure to get like a place and I can study. Same kind of thing with this. You have to make sure you get a place where you go to do this, whether it's going to the gym, playing a pickup game, whether it's running outside, whether it's maybe in a real sports event. But anything you do that can get it into your body now makes you stick with it after college, because that's the hardest part. When you get a real job and you have much more time commitment and you can't just skip, or you don't have much control of your schedule, if you make it a habit, it'll be much better. My personal habit was when I had an 8 to 5 internship at home, I'd get up at 5:30 in the gym with one of my best friends and we'd both go together. So that was my best way of doing it. And then once you do it for about 2 weeks straight, it becomes easy. Easy to get up, easy to get it done. You go in there and you actually feel a lot better about yourself. So why people skip? Like I just said, the time constraint. I could easily study for 2 more hours or maybe even 1 more hour, which is so convenient, instead of going to the gym, doing something that's honestly not that fun, kind of hurts sometimes, kind of, I don't want to say it like hurts, but you know, it's difficult. It's not the most ideal thing I could be doing at the time. But also, I've also put into the fact that if you do 40 minutes, you're not just gone for 40 minutes, you have to shower, you have to get there, travel time change, yada yada. So that's a big problem that a lot of people have with time constraint. One of my biggest things to get over time constraint is do it in your daily activities. My personal favorite, I walk home from class, every day it was nice, and that's why I get that. After classes are over, long day of stress, long day of doing work on campus, I just walk right by that bus stop, I live in Oak Lane, I take maybe a 20-minute walk from Squires where I'm studying, and I just go home. So I'm not running, I'm not like pacing, I'm not like raising my heart rate a lot, but I'm doing something, which is better than nothing. And honestly, it makes you feel a lot better once you get back there, because then you're not just stagnant waiting at a bus stop waiting for a bus to come. So when I say it's not fun, but it can be, I highly recommend just getting a partner to do it with you. Suffering with someone else is so much better than doing it by yourself, and that's my biggest way of doing it. I barely do cardio by myself anymore because I will find someone else to do it. I live in a house with about 30 other guys. There's a chance there are someone else I can drag someone else to the gym with me and do it. Because it's not like strength training where I enjoy it as much. It's more something I have to know I have to do. So if you know you have to do something, make it as enjoyable as you can and make someone else do it with you. So conclusion, learn to look. It can be fun. I just said it. It can be anything. It can be taking the steps instead of the elevator. It can be doing basketball instead of just watching basketball. And the amount of things that can be cardio is insane. I really can't tell you how many things I've done that just raised my heart rate, not including just doing this presentation right now. This isn't cardio. But even small amounts add up. It's that little bit. I don't expect anybody in here to be like, oh, I'm going to start running or doing what I do and bike like 4 hours twice, two or three times a week to try to get ready for this biking thing. Like, I don't expect anybody to do that, unless you want to. Then go ahead, feel free. But it can be little things. 20 minutes is all you need sometimes. Like the gym's about to close in 40 minutes, well, you got plenty of time. Trust me, you just got to get there and do it. And it's never too late to start. My biggest thing is, I know I also gained the freshman year. It was bad coming from home where I would not do cardio after football stopped because I thought I didn't want to. I thought it would get big, all that good stuff. And then I realized how much I needed it, and you just start up again. I mean, yeah, when you first start, it's like fun, but it pays off in the end. Just remember how much cardio can help you, and I hope each one of you take a step to add it into your daily lives. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much then.